All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Good morning and welcome to this weekend's NASCAR Quick Hit here for Ship It Nation. I am Eric, also known as TheGame on Discord, and at Eric is over on Twitter. I never give that out. This morning we will be discussing the Go Bowling at the Glen, taking place at good old Watkins Glen International Speedway. But before we go ahead and quickly break down this slate on this beautiful Mother's Day Sunday, let's go ahead and quickly discuss us. The fine folks over at ShipItNation.com. Everything you need to have success with DFS for less. Yes, one-stop shopping with us here at Ship It Nation. You already know. And if you don't already know, let me tell you. Join the nation. We are now offering, this really isn't even like a surprise anymore since we've had it now for a few months, but we now have 5-day all-access package. If you want to try out the nation for 5 days, you watch this video, you want to jump in the NASCAR streets, you've never done it before, give us a shot. 5 days, all access, comes with Saber Sim, the ability to make 150 lineups, with Late Swap, of course, all of the content, PGA, NBA, MLB, MMA, which was a fantastic card last night. Can't believe Sean Strickland won. NHL, NASCAR, which is why we're all here. And of course, NFL and college football will be here before you know it. We always have projections, ownership, tools, the stone, which we'll be showing off here shortly, rankings, slate plans, core reports, player pools, slate information, fantastic education courses that I don't think get spoke about enough, and of course, the best Discord community in the game today. That's my name. ShipItNation.com. I can't speak. Of course, I work here, but it's fantastic. I use the data for the other sports. I'm in all of the various Discord channels. We're just one big happy family. So if you haven't joined the nation yet, you want to do so, give us a shot for 5 days at 19 days. If you love what you hear already and just want to jump all into an all access package, you can do that too, baby. We got all access plus optimizer core, starter, and ultimate with everything listed here and the differences between them and the prices, as well as single sport packages. So you only want me? Not sure why you would, because we're everybody great. But if you'd only want me, you can do that. Monthly, $29. Annual, $17 per month, etc. That's just for the content. Or if you want NASCAR plus the optimizer, $49 for the month or $25 for the month if you pick annual. But of course, that's billed annually. So once again, ShipItNation.com. Everything you need to have success with DFS for less. Telling you, we're awesome. All right, let's go ahead and break down this Go Bowling at the Glen. I'll share the logo again. I feel like there should be a number at the end of it. It should be the Go Bowling at the Glen 100 since it's 100 laps, but they just call it the Go Bowling at the Glen. This week, as I mentioned, the NASCAR Cup Series will be going to the famous Watkins Glen International Speedway for the Go Bowling at the Glen road course race. Watkins Glen is one of the two traditional road courses that have been on the NASCAR schedule for literally as long as I can remember, and I'm almost 40. So most of these drivers have been here many times. And personally, it's my favorite road course. I've yet to go there, but I love it. I love it. This weekend, the Cup Series race is once again on Fox Sports 1 with pre-race coverage starting at 1:30 in the afternoon, with race coverage starting at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So hopefully we are all wrapped up and paid out by 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Fingers crossed on that. All right, let's go ahead and fire up the stone here. I should do these recordings at near 10 o'clock in the morning after a big cup of coffee all the time because I am in one and I like it. Firing up the stone here. First things to discuss. This will be a actual quick hit video. It is Mother's Day and I am on nap duty. So once I get done with this video, I'm running upstairs to take my little boy to bed so my wife doesn't have to today. practice this weekend was in one big group. It was not split up into A and B practice. It was one big group. It was awesome. I loved it. NASCAR for the love of life. If any of you happen to watch this video, or if any one of you happens to read the Slate plan over at chipandnation.com, can we please just go back to one big group for practice? It's fantastic. Everybody is in the same track conditions, same everything, et cetera, et cetera. Please, can we go back to the single group practice? It would be awesome. I doubt that, though. And truthfully, there was no real crazy standouts in practice. The haves qualified up towards the front, and the have-nots mostly qualified in the rear. And the same goes with their practice speeds. Not really anything crazy to decipher this weekend, in my opinion. NASCAR did also add tire packs around the track to enforce track limits. Now, I had a website up here earlier, and I must have closed it. I did. Let me pull it up here. Motorsport.com, friend of the show, I hope, fingers crossed, has some great pictures of the new tire packs in turn 1, and there are a few throughout the track, but I think turn 1 will be the most important. If you are a longtime NASCAR fan, or you are familiar with the races at Watkins Glen, you will know that at the start of the race is a very hard right-hand turn. Turn 1 is a very sharp right-hand turn. Often you would see cars overshoot that turn, take a very wide turn to be able to make it, et cetera, et cetera. Truthfully, it was one of the coolest things in NASCAR. At the start of the race, all these cars would fan out, and then they would take extremely wide turns into turn 1. Well, NASCAR decided to ruin that fun and added tire packs to turn 1 and at other spots throughout the racetrack. That means if you take an extremely wide entrance into turn 1, you are going to be driving head on into a couple 100 pounds worth of tires that are sitting there. Same with other parts of the tracks as well, but I think turn 1 is the most important. Now, there have been races all weekend with these tire packs there, as well as practice sessions and qualifying sessions, so it's not like they just popped them there on Sunday morning. However, I can almost guarantee at some point today, you will see someone get into those tire barriers, either inadvertently by missing a braking point, or being forced in there if they're trying to take someone wide on the outside in turn 1. Those tire packs are a couple 100 pounds a piece. They're not bolted down or anything, right? They're just there. They will tear up a race car. So, yeah, that was they took one of the coolest things in NASCAR and added track limits and tire packs to it. So I think that's kind of stupid, but we'll see how that impacts the racing today, which remains to be seen. It really hasn't been an impact so far this weekend. So I don't know, but 100 laps and everyone going for it on a racetrack that they're familiar with. We'll see what comes up with that. Another thing I wanted to mention here is the weather. The majority of this weekend in Watkins Glen was damp. However, that mostly left yesterday. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race was clean and green, and there's no rain in the forecast today. So NASCAR should be able to keep those rain tires penned away and only focus on the good on-track action and not have to worry about stupid rain tires or windshield wipers or anything like that. Earlier in the week, it was projected there was going to be a lot of rain today. And if we did get a lot of rain, in my opinion, this would be a GPP only type of race because these boys aren't great at racing in the rain. Thankfully, that seems to have gone. So we should be safe to play this as a normal road course race like we normally would. All right, let me go ahead and break down this starting lineup as quickly as I can. Because I said it is Mother's Day and I have other responsibilities today as well. Starting on the pole to the surprise of literally no one is Shane Van Gisbergen. He was 0.259 faster than Mike Mack, which is a fairly staggering amount on a road course. After practice and qualifying, SVG was quoted as saying that the car was not that good and that improvements could be made. So that tells me if Team Trackhouse improves this car even the most littlest bit to SVG's liking, It could be a long day for the rest of the field. A long, long day for the rest of the field. His odds are stupid to win -125. If you're playing cash games, just click them and move on. If you're playing tournaments, how much SVG are you comfortable with playing? I'm rarely a lock button kind of guy, but he might be lock worthy today. Now, of course, this is NASCAR Cup Series racing at a road course. Literally anything can happen. He can get booted from behind and sent into the sand traps and, or into the kitty litter. I don't think they have sand traps at Watkins Glen, but into the kitty litter and get stuck and have to, continue the race from like 30th on back. Now, that would obviously take away some of his fat or lead lap possibilities, but he's still going to be cranking off fast laps most likely. So unless something dastardly happens to SVG, either like an equipment failure or some crazy hard accident, this seems like his race to lose today. I'll probably play him at his expected ownership. I don't want to give his expected ownership away because I have that blocked off right now, but let me tell you, it's a pile. So I'll probably be playing him at his expected ownership. I can't see myself going under that. And just kind of hope you get the rest of the lineup correct because he should be gone today. Next up, Michael McDowell. I also have him listed as a potential dominator. People forget that Mike Mack is a sneakily good road course racer. He dominated the Indy road course, I believe back in 2023 was the last time it was run. Started on the pole, led 54 laps, dominated that race, and won. He did some road course racing way before he entered NASCAR, so he is quite talented at it. If something would happen to Shane Van Gisbergen at the start, if he would get booted from behind, if he would, have, mechanical problems in the beginning, this could then easily become Michael McDowell's race to not lose. But that opening section, if he has clean air, there's no reason why he can't lead the entire opening stint, right? Now, if nothing happens to SVG, I don't think Mike Mack is going to beat him. But if something would, you never know. So it is worth considering Mike Mack in your pools today. Austin Cindric, he was good in practice. He's a good qualifier. He's a good road course racer. No issues with him. Ross Chastain. Team Trackhouse, along with SVG and other fellow road course wonder kid Connor Zilich. A rising tide lifts all ships, right? So you don't really consider SVG or Chastain to be a road course ringer, but he is good at Watkins Glen, and he is surrounded by an amazing amount of road course talent. So everybody will either be clicking on SVG or probably Connor Zilich. But don't forget, Ross is in the same equipment, is around those guys all the time, and is able to pick their brain and learn from them. So is he as naturally as talented on road courses as those guys? Probably not. But does he have the speed? Does he have the same equipment? And has he been in the room with them for every road course prep? Yep. So I don't expect Ross to get a lot of ownership today. I will be playing him because I expect him to keep up towards the front. Connor Zilich, will today be the day the wonder kid finally does something on a road course in the Cup Series? It's been tough going for Zilich this year in the Cup Series on road courses, mostly not of his doing, either getting caught up in an accident or getting spun out or something like that. He is undefeated at Watkins Glen in the O'Reilly Series, 3 for 3, including a last turn pass yesterday on Jesse Love. It would not surprise me to see SVG 1, Connor Zilich 2, or vice versa. So that's how much I think of Zilich on road courses, and really how much the industry thinks of Zilich on a road course. He hasn't done it in Cup yet, but he will. It's just when will he? Could be today, easily. Joey Logano. I like him on road courses. He's having a rough season. He's a hard fade for me. Ryan Blaney shocked us all last year. Qualified on the pole at Watkins Glen. Led, I want to say, 34 laps or something like that. You don't think of Blaney when it comes to road course racing, but he was fantastic last year, and I don't think you can ignore that. His pit crew has been god awful all season. So he'll be fast, but how many spots will his pit crew lose him today? That remains to be seen. Chris Bell, love him today. Fantastic road course racer. Yeah, these guys kind of all get overlooked because of SVG and Zilich, but McDowell, Blaney, and Bell can absolutely dominate this race today if something were to happen to SVG. Chase Briscoe and Ty Gibbs are up next. Chase Briscoe is okay. I have no issues playing him today. Ty Gibbs, I think, is underpriced. He's a very good road course racer. And at only 8,300 on DraftKings compared to 10K on FanDuel, that seems like a misprice. So definitely we'll have some of the young Gibbs in the lineups today. Hocevar, fast all year. He was down on himself for his 11th place qualifying effort. The kid has speed. Probably fading him today just because it's a road course and he's starting in that 11th spot. If he was deeper in the field, I'd play him, but probably not at that spot today. The Dinger, yep. He is not the road course king that he used to be, but it's still the Dinger at a road course. So we play the Dinger on road courses. Willie B, yep, load him up. Buescher, yep, absolutely. Love me some Chris Buescher today, especially at that price tag at 14th. Gimme. Tyler Reddick, he is fantastic at road courses. Not so great at Watkins Glen, however, which I thought was quite the standout stat this morning. He looked good in practice, though. We all know how fast he's been all season, so it would not surprise any of us to see Red Dog win this thing today. But not so great at Watkins Glen as he is to other racetracks. Mi amigo Suarez, I'm taking a pass on you today, dog. John Hunter, taking a pass on you today, dog. Bubba Wallace, I'll play him just because of the equipment he's in. And it seems to be he really wants to improve on the road courses. So given that, plus the equipment, and he's been teammates with Reddick this whole time, so he learns from him. Yep, I'll play some Bubba Wallace. Cole Custer, that's a no for me. Denny Hamlin, 7K. Denny Hamlin starting 20th. Yeah, man. Look, obviously Denny's not the road course racer like other people are, but it's still Denny Hamlin in a Joe Gibbs car at $7,000. Place differential, place PD upside. Cheap for the equipment he's in. Yeah, I'll play some Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch, I can't believe it. Yup, I'm playing Kyle Busch today. I'm not going to play Kyle Busch on an oval until he does something on an oval other than Talladega or Daytona. I will play him here today. He was good in practice. He has had decent performance on road courses in the next-gen car that is in the RCR equipment. And he has a new crew chief. So there is a little bit of positivity there for Kyle Busch. So 7,500, I'll take the shot. Please don't kill me today, Kyle Busch, please. Where am I at here? Todd Gilliland. Yeah, I'll play some Gilly Gang for sure. Larson, 9K. Look, it's Larson. We know what he can do. Not the best in practice, not the best at Watkins Glen in the next gen era. So if you do want to fade Larson, I totally get it. Eric Jones, that's a pass for me. Austin Dillon, that's a pass for me. Brad Keselowski, you know that's a pass for me. Now we get into some of my preferred plays deeper in the field. Chase Elliott, yup. He as in Chase was a fantastic road course racer in the era before the next gen car. Then next gen came and he didn't really seem to have gotten that same speed back. However, it is a Hendrick Motorsports car starting deep in the field. I will take it. Same goes for his teammate, Alex Bowman. So many folks will be clicking on Chase Elliott when you can get a similar Hendrick car starting one place further back at 7,800. So people will be playing Chase and Bowman together. If you want to get different, click off Chase and play Bowman only, right? That's a place you can get different. Both of these drivers should be able to work their way through the field and get some positive place differential, but this is the NASCAR Cup Series. Anything can happen. So that's my thoughts on that. Ricky Stenhouse, that's a no for me, dog. Ryan Preece, yes. I was stunned when I looked at Preece's stats this morning and saw that this was his third best track. The only other two tracks since 2023 that rank higher for Preece are Homestead and Martinsville. So yeah, that really surprised me because you don't think of Ryan Preece for road courses, but 6,700 starting 30th at his third best track. Yeah, give me some of him. And then he's kind of like the last one I really want to play. Ty Dillon, no. Riley Herbst, I will play. He's cheap at 5,200. He has no great performance at any road courses. F's across the board. He didn't look great in practice. He is in 23XI equipment. So he's in good equipment, but cheap play of the day for me. So I will be playing some Riley. Well, Riley Herbst is going to be in the player pool. I haven't actually made my lineups yet. So he will be in the player pool. If he gets in there, I'm not going to click him off. So Riley Herbst is of interest to me today. Same as Zane Smith. I will play some Zane Smith today. But Josh Berry, no. Noah Gregson, no. Cody Ware, he's held his own at some road courses, but I don't think I'm clicking on him today. Josh Bilicki, no. And Catherine Legg, no. Yeah, so really, the deepest drivers I really would consider playing would be Preece, Herbst, and Zane Smith. That's a question that normally gets asked to me in Discord, so I figured I would answer that here in the video. So, hey, that's it for me for now. Any questions, please feel free to hit me up on Discord. As always, if any drivers go to the rear, I will make sure to make that announcement. It is 9:57 as I'm going to click the end stream, and no drivers have been sent to the back yet. But that is a very real possibility. And if that would happen, I will make sure to alert the Discord channel. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Happy Mother's Day to all the baby mamas, babies, mamas of the Ship It Nation members. Fellas, make sure that if you don't spoil them before you make your lineups, spoil them after you make your lineups. Next week is the NASCAR All-Star Race. We normally don't do content for exhibition races, and I will be on vacation. However, I will try to get something out because it is pretty much just a 300 lap race at Dover and not really an all-star race. So I will try to get something out just because this all-star race is a little bit different than others, but there is a possibility that we forego that because it is technically an exhibition race, but I'm going to try to make that not happen. All right. Hey, that's enough for me today. Good luck, everybody, in all your contests. Yeah. And as always, let's ship it.